Greetings, peace, love, and wellness, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. I am Samari, ready to enlighten. And today we are on day 12 of my 30 days, 30 minutes a day yoga challenge. I'm so excited to be here with you again to share our practice together. So if you're ready, grab your mat and let's get started. We'll first start off in the standing pose with our feet flat to the mat. And here we'll take a moment to get ourselves grounded and present in our body by taking some deep clearing breaths. So as we inhale, we want to really pull all that energy into ourselves. So deep inhale and exhale. Again, another deep inhale and exhale. One more deep inhale and exhale. Here, we will take a moment and bring ourselves to our present body. And let's set an intention. What do you want to bring out of this practice? What do you want to make for the rest of your day? Again, it could be something as simple as the intentions of having a good day, the intentions of listening to your body, the intentions of being mindfully taking care of yourself. Whatever that intention is, let's see it right now in our mind's eye, which is at the top of our brow bone with our eyes closed, but not with our visible eyes open, but within our mind. And now that we have set this intention, we will receive it and allow it to go, not focusing on its intention. We're assuming that the intention is set. So now we'll open our eyes and we'll take a deep inhale, lifting our arms up towards the sky and take a bind, interlacing our fingertips and reach up high. And if you want to turn them outwards, just a deep stretch in the upper back and shoulders, elongating the spine. Then we'll slowly tip over to the right, stretching. Then come back to center. Then get the opposite way, stretching over to that left side. And release our hands down to the side. Then we'll bring our hands behind our back, interlacing them again. Then stretch up. In a deep stretch in our shoulders and back. Breathing intensely with each stretch. Releasing any tension we feel in our back and shoulders. Just breathe here. And release. Taking our arms out a little bit. Then we will take this right leg and cross it across the left. Pivoting the hips forward. Then we'll take a deep inhale, reaching up above our head, interlocking our fingertips again, pointing them outward, taking a deep bend as we reach up and releasing our hands back down, coming back to center. And getting the opposite side, bringing that left leg across that right, pivoting the hips forward. And then inhale, reaching up high above our head, interlacing the fingertips, turning them out and stretching back. And releasing ourselves, coming back to center. And we'll spread our wet legs even wider as you feel comfortable, keeping our feet pointed towards the front of the mat. Here we'll inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding down forward towards the mat. Allowing our hands to touch the mat. And then placing our palms down to the mat. And as we place our palms down on the mat, we'll allow our back to fold over. Releasing our head towards the mat. Allowing our back to fold as comfortable as it feels. Holding on to ourselves. Our hands are supporting us here. Our feet is grounded and rooted. And if you want to walk your hands back to let yourself fold even more, feel free to. Just breathe into it. With each inhale and exhale, to see if you can release even more. Giving yourself to the mat. Surrendering to the body. Breathing here. Now we'll walk our hands back to the center of the mat. Keeping our right hand planted, we'll extend his his right arm into the air, twisting open. Giving a deeper stretch in our back. Opening up here. And we'll release that right hand back down. Then we'll take this left hand and twist it up into the air, reaching, breathing. And bringing that left hand down. Then we'll take this left hand and walk it towards this right foot. Taking a bind with this left hand on that right foot and bringing this right hand behind us, behind our back. Just twisting open even deeper. Here we're connecting into our abs. The trust in our legs is holding us up powerfully and strong. 2 more breaths. And we'll release ourselves back to the mat. Walking his right hand over to that left leg. Taking a bind on that left leg and bringing that left arm around us and twisting open on the left side. Breathing. Allowing ourselves to be open. Allowing ourselves to connect fully with our body and our wholeness. One more breath. And we'll release our hands back to the mat. And then we'll walk ourselves back over to that right leg again. We'll point both toes towards that right foot. And here we'll go ahead and release our head down to that right leg. As comfortable as you feel. If the head touches that chin, that is fine. If it doesn't, that is fine. Wherever you're at, you're perfect. Just be here, breathing in pyramid pose. Then we'll come up halfway, flat back, looking forward. If you want to keep one arm planted and extend that right arm into the air for a revolve pyramid. Then we'll release that hand back to the floor and walk our hands back over to that left side. So we can get the left side and breathe here. And again, if you want to take it deeper, keep it at the right hand planted and extend that arm up on that left hand. Or revolve pyramid. And release your hand back down. And step that foot up. And slowly roll yourself out. Vertebrae by vertebrae. When you reach the top, we'll roll our shoulders back and walk that out. Then we'll extend our hands up into air again. Exhale, fold forward, diving down towards the mat. Here, we'll breathe here. Then we'll walk our hands forward and walk our legs back into that downward dog, hands, palms planted to the mat. And we're turning ourselves to upside down V here. Walking ourselves out. And let's release the walking and just keep our feet planted to the mat. Breathing. Then we're gonna keep that left leg planted and extend this right leg into the air. Bringing that right leg to the chest and releasing that right leg to the floor. Bending at the knee. And as we bring this right leg forward, we extend that back leg. Opening up the hips here, walking ourselves back. Allowing ourselves to sit up and breathe here. Into pigeon pose. And if this is enough for you, feel free to stay. But if you want to take it deeper, you can extend your hands up into the air, pointing on the fingertips, interlacing the fingertips and pointing them. Or you can have them just straight out, whatever's comfortable for you. Breathe. Two more breaths. And we'll release our hands back down. Then we're going to walk ourselves, our hands, to that left side. Twisting open and opening up the back. Then we're going to see if we can bend on that left knee. Bring it towards us. And see if we can take a bind around that left foot. And if you can't, just feel free to just pretend you're reaching. If you can't reach it yet. Or if you want to get some supportive strap or a shirt or something that can give you reach, feel free to. And you can use that right hand, keep it planted to the mat, or you can bring it to your legs for support. Wherever you feel you may need that extra support. Two more breaths. And we'll release that left leg. And we'll walk our hands forward and rest our forehead to the mat. Coming onto our forearms. Then we'll walk our hands back again, pressing into the mat, untuck that left back foot and extend that right leg back. And we're back into that downward dog. We're gonna walk that leg out. Breathing, connecting. Here, let's keep ourselves planted. Both feet to the mat, hands to the mat. And just breathe here for 3 more breaths. And on your next inhale, we'll keep that right leg planted. Extend that left leg into the air. Bring that left leg to the chest and releasing that knee down to the mat. And as we releasing that left knee down to the mat, we're extending that right leg back, walking ourselves back to lifting the chest up into this pigeon pose. Breathe here. You know, they call this pigeon pose because, you know, the pigeons always have their chest out, lifted up, like they run the cities. Breathe. And again, if this is enough for you, stay here. If you want to, extend your arms into the air, reaching up high. Stretching in the back and the hamstrings and the hips. All of that is connecting in these powerful poses. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, release your hands back to the mat. And we'll walk ourselves onto this right side, giving our back a tough twist. Looking back at that right foot. And get ready to bend that right foot and grab a hold of it if you can. And again, you can feel free to grab a strap or a shirt or anything that can give you reach, a belt. Keeping this left hand supported on the mat if you want to, or if not, wherever you want to plant your hand. Just twist open here. Two more breaths. And we'll go ahead and release that right leg and go ahead and walk ourselves forward. Allow our head to rest onto the mat. Then we'll walk our hands back, planting them to the mat firmly. Untuck our right toe and extend that left leg back. And here we're back in downward dog. Let's walk that out. Straighten one, bend the other. We're keeping the hands planted to the mat. Then we'll come on to all four, extending our knees out wide, feet together to touch, and sit the back of the body towards the feet. And then allow the hands to extend forward and allow the chest and the head to rest onto the mat. Allow yourself to release even more and more onto the mat. Allowing yourself to be free here. Allowing yourself to rest in this moment. Then we'll come up, bring our knees together, and release ourselves to the mat. We are on the front of our body, bringing our hands near the head area, and we're on our forearms. And let's gently lift up into Sphinx pose. Where we're on our forearms, chest is lifted, shoulders back. Breathe. And then release our head back to the mat. Then we'll bring our hands to the shoulders, still plant them and to the mat. And then we'll extend ourselves up a little bit more into cobra pose. And release ourselves back to the mat. Then we're going to bring our hands up, shoulders to the mat, and just rest on the front of our body here. Then we're going to bend both knees, bring them towards the back of the body, and see if you can grab a hold of your feet. If you can't grab a hold of your feet, that's fine. Just still keep your knees bent to you. And just breathe here. Squeeze in the thighs with your bend. And if this is enough, stay here and breathe. But if you want to take it deeper, we're going to lift up the chest off the mat. And through a kicking and pulling motion, just stretching then our lower back. And when you're ready, inhale, lift up. Exhale, release. Allowing that stretch in our body. We're going to do that again. When you're ready, we're going to first bend our knees, bringing our feet to the back of the body. Breathing here. And if you can, grab a bind on your feet on both sides. Just stretch here first, bringing a stretch in our hamstring and in our thigh. Just hugging our hugging our feet. And on your next inhale, we're going to lift the chest. And release. Breathe. Allow. Surrender. Then we're going to extend this left arm straight up above our head. Then we're going to kindly turn to our side, onto our left side body. Bringing this right knee up into a bend. So we are on our left side, bending our right knee. Bringing this right hand onto the right knee. And then we're going to extend this right hand up into the air and allow this right hand to fall over. And I keep our gaze on that right hand as it falls. Bringing this left hand to that right knee, keeping it planted to the mat. Just twist open. Just breathe here. Surrendering to the body. Surrendering to the breath. And when you're ready, we'll bring our right hand back across, coming back onto the front of the body. And this time we're extending our right hand up, coming onto our right side of body, bending that left knee. We're on our right side with our left knee bent, bringing this left hand to that left knee. Then we'll take this left hand up and across, twisting open. And then bringing his right hand down, keeping that left knee to the mat. And just twisting open here. Then I'll bring this left hand back across, coming back to the front of our body. Then we're going to turn over onto our back. This is my baby Furiosa. Here, we'll extend our legs straight up. Always like to include a inversion with the legs up. Breathe here. And we'll release our legs straight down, arms straight down to the side. And here we'll get ourselves prepared for Savasana, which is conscious resting, conscious releasing. Feel free to stay here as long as you want to. But if you're ready to come out this pose, begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Wash your wrist around, bring your mobility back into your body. Hug your knees to your chest. Gently rock around side to side, and the sides and the back. Then rock yourself up into a seated position. At this time, I bow to you and thank you for clicking on this video to share your practice with me today. We are on day 12 of 30. If you've been rocking with me, I'm so excited. I hope you've been feeling this energy and feeling this love. So if you like this video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with a friend, tell them to join on. Come on, it's never too late. And until next time, peace, love, and wellness.